Today we're going to talk about 2.3, and 2.3 is solving right triangles. So basically what you're doing is you're using the information that you have to solve a triangle completely. Okay? Generally speaking, they give you one angle and one side, and then you have to find the rest. So let's say you have a triangle. Well, sometimes it's not even drawn for you. Okay? And they say A is 42 degrees, C is 15 feet. Sometimes they'll ask you for just one value. Many times they'll ask you to solve the entire thing. So what I'm going to do is just solve the entire thing, because if you can solve the entire thing, then you can get one value. So, let's say I have 42 degrees here, I'm going to label it, and little c is 15 feet, so little c is across from the big C, so that's here. So they want to be able to solve the rest. If they give you one angle, you should be able to solve the rest of the triangle, right? Because all three angles in a triangle add up to what? 180. So that means A plus B plus C equals 180. We know that A is 42 degrees. We don't know what B is. What is C? 90. So then to solve for B, we subtract the rest out. So this is 132. So then B is 180 minus 132, which is 48 degrees. So B is 48 degrees. Once we have 48 degrees, so we can label that too. Like, I'll probably put over to the side what I want the rest of my stuff, where I want my missing stuff. That way it's easy for me to find. So I'm going to say B here, little a, and little b. Okay? So now, here's little a, here's little b. Little a is across from the big A, little b is across from the big B. Yeah?
Just if you wanted to find it really quick, if you just, because it's kind of like a 45, 45, like 90, isn't it? Can't you just like subtract and add to...
You can always subtract this from 90, right? Because this one angle is always going to be 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So you could always just say 90 minus 42 is 48. Yeah, that's the same.
Can you do that without doing all the work and still get full credit on, like, say, a problem?
Sure. That's not that big of a deal to me. The rest of these you will have to show work for. Yeah.
So the little letters are the angles?
The little letters are not the angles. The big letters are the angles. The little letters are the lengths across from the angles. So now let's go about finding A, okay? So how to find A? So what I'm going to do is, I want to look, so I'm going to look for an angle I know and match it. I should say an angle I know, I'm going to say the given angle, because usually you want to use the given angle. Match it with the given side and find a trig function that works. So, I'm looking at A here, and I look at 15 feet and 42 is given, so I'm going to use the givens. Okay? So how do 42, 15, and A all relate? So what trig function would be opposite over hypotenuse? Yep. So I'm going to say sine of 42 equals little a over 15, because this was opposite over hypotenuse. Yeah, I'm going to push it up. And then I can solve, because sine of 42 has a measurement. But before I actually put it all in my calculator, I'm going to solve for a. So how do I get a alone? Yeah. You don't have to get the reciprocal. This is divided by 15, so I do the opposite. So I do what? Multiply both sides by 15. So I have 15 sine 42 equals a over 15 times 15. The 15's cancel. So a equals 15 sine of 42, which I can put in my calculator now. So 15 sine 42. And that gives me 10 point, I'm just going to have you guys go out to the hundredth, 10.03, or 10.04. So A equals 10.04, and I'm going to write that up here. So I found A. So now I want to find B. So now, instead of looking at A, I'm still going to look at what was given. So 42 and 15, but now I'm going to look at B. So I'm looking at this angle. This side is opposite or adjacent to this angle? Adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is adjacent over hypotenuse? Which trig function? Cosine. So I can say cosine of 42, so cosine of this angle, is adjacent over hypotenuse. So B over 15. Bless you. So now I'm going to solve. So to get B alone, what do I do? Multiply both sides by 15. So 15 cosine 42 equals B over 15 times 15. The 15's cross out, and so I write 15 cosine 42, which I'm putting in my calculator now, is 11.15. And this is the rest of the solution for my triangle.